main goal is to show these injured service members that there is life after an injury, and not just a normal life, but an unbelievable life. The potential for greatness once again, that life doesn't stop with an injury. We also try to introduce them to sports that they may have never been introduced to before, and show them that they can do things that they may not have thought they can do.
I was first introduced to Team Semper. I first met them at the Warrior Games in 2014. Then I found out it wasn't just the Marines they were taking care of, it was all the branches, and that's when they came up with America's Fund. So just kind of reached out to them and kind of told them my story and what the things I was interested in. And I told them I want to be a future Paralympian, I want to represent my country.
It's about an athlete rising to the top and using this sport to go out and make a profound statement. And I think that the Paralympic movement does that. Talks to every person and says, hey look, where are you not really tapping into your full potential? Because look at these people, they have potentially on the surface every justifiable reason not to go out and push themselves, not to train. They could easily say, hey, I'm entitled to just sit back and let the system supply stuff to me. But these people, they don't want to be treated any different.
People talk about the warrior spirit, never giving up, always fighting, always being in the fight, and you hear these guys chant that stuff no matter their branch. And it's one thing to talk about it, and it's one thing to hear about it, or even see it on TV, but to touch it, to reach out and see it in person and touch it and feel it, I get chills talking about it. That's the most compelling thing. They don't quit. And at times when, as an able-bodied individual, everybody wants to be down on themselves and quit, and you look at someone like a Michael Smith and go, he's never looking back, he's always looking forward.
I feel like my responsibility is to inspire, motivate, and encourage other soldiers, as well as injured civilians. But I feel like my calling, my key is to go be a Paralympian. I mean, there's no greater honor than to have USA on your back to represent your country, not only in sports, but also the military,
For me, it's just been blessed beyond measure to work with these veterans, and it's just been an amazing picture of people championing each other at different walks of life, different goals, recognizing that every day you can compete to be a better version of yourself. And that's something that is really a great metaphor inside the gym for every walk of life. It's, hey man, today are you going to do one thing to make yourself a little bit better?
It doesn't hurt when you come to a place like the Olympic Training Center here in Colorado. Just the vibe, the scenery, and being around other Olympians and other Paralympians, it just does something to you. So I love coming.
It's big for me to make sure that these guys recognize with their adversity, it makes them unique. And some of the opportunities that the USOC has provided via the Paralympic movement is brilliant, because now they have an opportunity to compete at the highest level that they may not have had prior. And they need to harness that, and they need to use that, because that can become a catalyst for change. And that change can be a message of hope to all Americans and everyone worldwide, because it's again, defying the odds, taking back up your pack and getting back in the fight.